Hi, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Can you hear me well, right?
Yes, ma'am, not exactly.
Is it?
Ma'am, your voice is not visible to me, madam.
One second, one second.
I'm okay, madam. I'm living good.
Is it? One second. Because okay. So we already started what accounts payable, right? So yesterday I discussed about advance. Is it? So today I'm going to discuss about APP. What is that? APP. APP means automatic payment program. What is automatic payment program? So your end user, he has to pay the multiple transactions. He has to pay the multiple transactions, like 500 invoices, 1000 invoices, or whatever. Okay. So in this case, he can't do that one by one, right? He can't do that one by one. So for this purpose, we have APP program. Okay. What is this? APP program. So at regular intervals, end user can run this APP program. So once in 10 days, once in 15 days, depends on the client requirement. Once he run the this APP, system automatically verify the due dates of invoices, and the invoices are due on the date when we are running the APP. System automatically make the payment, automatically clear the vendor. Clear the vendor means it automatically comes under cleared item. Automatically create the checks, automatically check the update the check register. So everything done by the system automatically. Okay, so before that, as a Fico consultant, we have to do configuration, right? Okay, so what configuration required? First, let us discuss configuration part. Okay, first let us discuss what is the configuration part. So for this purpose, we have to assign some programs. Programs means check format. Okay, so these are the things we have to maintain. One second, let me move on that. Yeah. Okay, but one more thing, this APP program can be used only with very big rich companies, that too not all organization. Even those big organizations, they don't run this APP program because of secure reasons. Secure reasons means the end user may not have enough knowledge to run this APP program. So that is the reason some companies still they don't use automatic payment program because of secure reason. They believe that it is not more secure, because if the end user running this APP, maybe he is not aware of these APP. So in this case, they don't. I'm not telling that all organization they don't use. Some of them still they don't use this APP program. Okay. So Srinu, you never client place, you are using this APP for payment?
Yes, madam.
APP.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't use APP.
What, Srinu?
I don't use APP, madam.
Okay.
Finance department can use APP, I think.
Okay. Okay. That to APP, there are so many steps. They can create some set of end users. They can create a proposal. There they will enter all the invoices. Some of the end users can run the EPPs. So there are big procedure is there to run this APP program. Okay. And fine. Then and yes, we have to assign some programs here. Okay, of course we are not the programmers, so we have here in in dummy server, so we can assign the whatever availability is there. So that programs we can assign here. But in the real time, based on the requirement, the ABAPer can develop the programs. Those we can use there in the real time. And also we have to create the house banks. What is house banks? We know that what is a house bank. House banks, suppose your client is having SBI, ICICI, IDBI, these are the house banks he is having. So, but these are available amounts. Please meet everybody. So these are the amounts your end user is your company code is having in those house banks. Okay. Suppose SBI is having 10 lakhs, ICICI 5 lakhs, IDBI 3 lakhs. So these are the amounts available with the bank. Okay, but here based on the availability of the amounts in the bank, so we are giving the rank. So first, second, third rank I have given to the house banks. So when I have given this rank, when the end user running this APP program, first system use the SBI house bank, then it goes to the ICC. Then after finishing that amount, then it goes to the IDB. So by default it uses that, but still end user while he's running APP program, even though he's having amount in the SBI, he wants to go for the ICICI. Obviously, it happens, right? So he wants to use another house bank. First, he don't want to use the SBI. So he wants to use the IDBI amount or ICICI, whatever initial. So yes, that option is also there for end user to change the house bank. Okay, otherwise, system use this by default, this ranking. Okay. If the end user wants to use or change the house banks, yes, that option is also there. While he's running APP program, he can switch to from SBI to ICICI or to IDB. So whatever it is, okay. But we have to give the ranking here, okay. So it requires configuration, okay. So let us start doing configuration. I'll explain you again one by one. So first we do the configuration part, and then we run the APP. Okay. So first set up payment method per country. Okay. So what is set up payment method per country? I'm going for SPRO first. Hi Jay, are you there?
I am here.
Yeah, following videos.
Yeah, I couldn't attend yesterday, so I am downloading it now.
Are you following? I'm telling that. Are you watching the videos?
Yeah, I'm watching not everything at a time, but one by one I'm watching.
Okay. You are busy with the work or what?
Yeah, that's the main thing. So a little bit busy. So the year-end closing, that's why.
I heard that you are going for a Go Live project, right, Jay? Is it?
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
done? It's done?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not done. Not done.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Yes. Accounts payable receivables. business transactions and outgoing payment. This is automatic here. Payment method. Here, these are actually 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have to work on these configuration. So first is set a payment method per country. This is the first step. Select new entries. So country INS and payment method. Only one character actually is. You can use anything, alphabet or numerics or special characters. You can use anything. But in my system, I almost used numerics 1 to 9. I used 0 to 9. I used. I think I used alphabets also. Let me try with the special characters. I used them also. Let me try with different thing. Let me type open bracket because I used all. Since it is only one character, it is difficult. Let me check whether it is available or not. Okay. So payment method for our company code. Okay. And this is okay. So once you run this app, what type of bank payment you want to use? Check. CHE, CHE. In general, we call CHE QUE. This is CHE. And next, here, document type for payment. So what is the document type we are using when we make the payment to the vendor? KZ, right? So all the document, whenever I am doing the payment to the vendor, yesterday I shown that whenever making the payment to the vendor, which document type is going to update? KZ, right? So here it is asking, when you make the payment to vendor, those invoices, payment invoices, payment documents, under which document you want to show? KZ1. Okay. This is document type for payment. Clearing document type. Clearing document type means intercompany code transaction. Suppose your company code N16 is paying invoices of another company code. So you have one more company code N17, say for example. Okay. So it is N16 paying invoices of N17. Okay. In this case, N17, okay, documents where you want to show it is asking. So one company code is paying, N16 paying invoices of N17. In this case, those payment documents under which document you want to process. Here also KZ. If you want to use different document type to see the other company code payment documents, you can use a different type, but I want to use a KZ. Okay. Next. Payment medium program. This is the RFFOUS_C. Okay, this is the form name for the printout. Okay, payment medium program. So, but in the real time, so it is different. Depends on the client requirement. So we have to customize that with the help of ABAP. Have you worked on this, Jay? Anything? Regarding customized programs in APP, have you worked on that? Did you get the chance?
No, not in this one. I have not worked.
Okay, fine. So here I am just assigning the standard programs, but in the real time, based on the client requirement, with the help of ABAP, we have to develop the programs. There we have to assign. So this is the form name for the printout, and this is the print data set, means printer. Okay. So here I just given these details. What is our payment method? Let me check whether it is available or not. Maybe I used this also. Okay. It's also not there. Okay. Used almost all of them. Not getting anything. See, almost I used all of them. Okay, maybe I didn't use this. Yeah, okay, fine. This is our payment method. Okay, saved. Okay, so I just created one payment method. So this is the first step. Second, set up payment method per payment transaction. Okay, this is the second. New entries. So no, not this one. Second step is per company code. Okay, this one. Actually, these are all similar. It looks like similar. Set up payment method per country. Then set up payment method per company code. So this payment method now we have to assign to the company code. Okay. So just below that, second step, we have to assign this payment to the company. Select new entries. Okay, payment method, paying company code. So this is our payment method, right? Here you can specify the minimum amount of invoice and maximum amount of invoice. So minimum amount, maximum amount means suppose the invoice there you want to maintain any limit for to consider the invoice in the APP. Suppose 900 invoices is the 10 rupees invoice there. Say for example, I'm telling 500 invoices. Those you don't want to include in the APP program. So how you can tell the system by giving the minimum amount. Suppose by giving the minimum amount 1000 rupees, system will not consider the invoices which are below 1000. It will take from 1000 rupees only. Okay. So maximum also I'm giving. Okay, then depends on the client requirement, you can choose either single payment or payment market, payment per due date. What is single payment? What is payment per due date? Single payment means suppose you have Reliance vendor. For Reliance vendor, you have 10 invoices have to pay. For all 10 invoices, you want to issue only one check. The requirement is this Reliance vendor is asking one check for all the invoices. So if you select this, system will issue only one check for all invoices of for Reliance vendor. Suppose, no, this is about payment per due date. 1 second, single payment, yeah. Once again, I'm telling in reverse manner. Okay, payment per due day means what I'm telling now for all 10 invoices, it will make for all 10 invoices, it will give only one check. Okay, whereas this one single payment means for 10 invoices, if your vendor asking one check for a one invoice. Okay, then if I select single payment for market item, for one invoice, it will issue one check, means for 10 invoices, it will issue 10 checks. Depends on the client requirement. Suppose if I select for all 10 invoices, only one check, payment per due date. If I select this checkbox, single payment for one check, one invoice, for one check, for invoice, one check, for all 10 invoices, how many checks? 10 invoices. So depends on the vendor requirement, we have to choose this option. Understood? You want me repeat it again or understood?
Repeat it once.
Okay, see, payment per due day means, suppose vendor payment per due day means you have 10 invoices with the vendor. You have to pay 10 invoices for the Reliance vendor. He is asking, okay, for 10 invoices, issue only one check. So you can issue only one check for all the 10 invoices. For all 10 invoices, how many issues, how many checks you are going to issue? Tell me.
One.
One. If I select this, it will issue only one check for all 10 invoices. Whereas if I select this, what happen, you know? If your vendor is asking, please issue the 10 checks for 10 invoices separately. So for each check, we have to issue one check. For 10 invoices, how many you issue? Tell me.
10 checks.
Yes, right? Depends on the client, your vendor requirement. We have to choose this. Okay. So this is about, I'm using this payment per due day. For all invoices of one vendor, I want to issue only one check. Okay. Then form data. Here, yes, this is the form name for the chain. Once your end user run the APP program, end user will, APP will issue the check automatically. So for this purpose, we have to run this APP pro. So we have to assign the program name. F110 underscore PRENUM underscore CHCK. This is the form name for the check. Okay. And on the check, usually on the check, there will be company name, right? And there should be signature of the authorized person, right? So in the real time on this, here we can scan the authorized signature and we can attach here in the real time. So that when you run the APP, when system will issue the check, on the check, system automatically display the authorized signature of the concerned person. Okay, so here authorized signature and here, so normally the senior person signature will be there on the check, right? So normally here we can write the name of the whoever is having authority for issue the check, that name person. Okay, that person name we can write here. So here I am giving N16. We have to give his name N16. Okay, general manager, and we have to give his name and we have to scan his signature on here, so that when you run this APP, when system issue the checks, on the check you can see the signature of the general manager. Okay, next. See, this is the second step. So first I create the payment method, then I assign into the company code 1, 2, 3 over, then set up paying company codes. New entries, company code here. Yeah, actually before you clear the invoices, okay, you clear the invoices to the vendor. So before that, okay, I mean clear the invoices means before you make the payment, before you clear, you issue the checks through APP to the vendor, you will send him some advice note, payment advice note. What is this payment advice note? You know, we are sending one payment advice note to the vendor telling that these are the invoices we are going to pay, so and so date, okay, and these are the house banks we are going to use, okay, these are the document numbers, so everything we are sending him information before you clear the payment through APP. So we can send the advice note saying that these are the invoices we are going to pay to you, these are the checks, sorry, these are the house banks we are going to use. So we are just sending the information. So if you want to send him a payment advice note here through the system, so you have to assign the form name for the payment advice note. This is the form name. Here I am assigning all the standard, whatever it is available in the server. Okay, then this is the form name for the payment advice note, and here you can have an option to select the text on the form, how you want to maintain. This is the form name. Okay, this is the payment advice note form name. On the payment advice note, what is the text you want to use? There are so many options are there. I'm using the standard text. And here you assign the how you want to maintain the header part of the payment advice note. You have to assign the form name for this also, and footer part. Okay, sender. So these are all how you want to maintain the sender details. These are here I'm assigning all the form names for what? Payment advice. Okay. Save. Next, the fourth step. Set up all company codes for payment transaction. New entries, paying company code. So here, yes, here sending company code and paying company code. What is sending company code? What is paying company code? Yeah. Here, suppose example one I'm taking. One company code is there. Okay. Company code 1 is paying its own invoices. Okay. And also it is paying second and third company code invoices. Listen carefully what I'm telling. So company code 1 paying its own invoices as well as it paying invoices of second and third company code. Okay, so what happened here? But when it is paying invoices of its own and second and third company code, okay, it is grouping all the invoices and issuing check on the name of first company code. The check is in the name of what? First company code. So in this case, come here, first company code. In case of first company code, who is paying first company code, right? Who is paying company code? First company code. Who is sending means check is in the name of whose? First company code, right? In case of second company code, who is paying invoices? Paying company code who? First company code. Sending means what? Check is in the name of first company code. But what is doing company code 1? It's paying its own invoices and second company code invoices, third company code invoices, and it is issue the checks, but the check is on the name of first company code. So that is the reason in case of second company code paying by first company code and check is also named by the first company code. In case of third company code, paying by first company code and invoice also first company code. Clear? Clear this?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, suppose the example 2 is, suppose same scenario here, first company paying its own invoices, okay, and it is paying second and third company code invoices. Here, it is paying by first company code, but it issue the checks on the name of second company code and issue the check on the name of third company code. When it is paying invoices of second company code, the check is on the name of second company code and the check is on the name of third company code. Okay, so here, so come here, first company code. In case of first company code, who is paying? First company code. And sending by first company code, which is about in case of first company code paying by its own invoices and check is also name of first company code. In case of second company code, actually paying by whom? First company code. And check is in the name of second company code, because first company code is paying invoices, but this time it is issuing the check on the name of second company code. So check is on the name of second company code. So here, in case of third company code, who is paying? Paying done by the first company code, but check is on the name of third company code, means sending by third company code. Because since it is check is on the name of third company code name, okay, so the sending company code is third company code, but actual payment is done by the first company. So this is when we use sending company code. Any doubts? Understood?
Yes, madam.
Whoever not respond, please leave the class immediately. Please, I'm telling. Please leave everybody. Can't even minimum responsibility is not there for you. Should I ask? Understood? What is this? If you understood, I am there here to explain how slowly I am explaining this. I can explain, I can leave, I can finish my class, I can leave. That is actually, it saves my time actually. My intention is not that. If you don't even unmute and if you don't tell me, then there is no point of joining the classes. Then now onwards, I'm seriously telling, I'm not going to ask anybody else understood. Then only you can understand. Don't ask me right now any doubts also. Please don't ask me any doubts. Save it. then you understand the value. If I just keep on tell on my board without asking any doubts, then you can understand what is the value of that. Yes, I did all this configuration step. Then I have to create the house bank. Yes, I already create the house bank. So this payment method I have to assign into the house bank. Okay. So whatever steps I did, FBZP, I can go to FBZP. Here I can see the all the steps. Whatever I did, 4 steps here I can see. I used all the steps here. Apart from that, I can create the house bank. I already create the house bank. Now I am going to assign the house bank here. Select position. N16 ranking order. New entries. Here I am assigning payment method, ranking order, SBA. So if you have multiple house banks, just give the house banks all here and give the ranking order. Save it. Then I am going to bank accounts, new entries, house bank, and payment method. Currency, account ID, sub account. This is a GL account where we what is the GL account we assign to the house bank. Save it. Then available amounts, new entries, house bank, account ID, base. What is the amount available with the house bank? You have to enter here. In SBA, I have this amount. So this amount, suppose by giving 999 days, this amount is available in the system for n number of days. Okay, n number of days means how long it is available in the bank. That amount is available in the system also for n number of days. That is the reason I have to give 999 days. Okay, save it. Then value date, new entries, and payment method, house bank, account ID, save it. So this payment method I assign into the house banks. Then I have to assign the payment method into the vendor master also, where we can create the vendor master XK01, where I can assign XK02. If you want to do any changes for the vendor, you can go to XK02. XK02. I can go to XK02. If you want to do any changes to vendor, you can do that. Okay. So I already created one vendor, right? Select the vendor. First change the company code. So here, if I select this payment transaction so that I can directly go to that particular screen, enter. Here, yes, payment method. Here I can assign the payment method into the vendor master. Save it. So I create the I assign the payment method into the house banks, and also I assign the payment method into the vendor. Then I have to create the sequential check lots. Okay, so this just for testing purpose, in the previous I create the non-sequential, but APP program when you're running, there should be sequential check lots. So I'm going to create the sequential check lots. FCHI. So I'm creating sequential check lots. Okay, don't select this checkbox so that it becomes sequential manner. Set. Okay. So next, yes, with this we did all the configuration. Next, we can run the APP program. So before that, let me show you FBL1N. So FBL1N, I think we don't have enough. Only 1 lakh, one invoice is there. So let me post multiple invoices. F-43. Vendor credit, raw material is debit. So let me post one more. I'll post one more invoice. So this time I'm going to change the payment terms. This invoice actually Z00 means payable immediately. But I want to change the payment terms for this, not immediately. I no need to pay this immediately. Let me change 30 days credit. So I can pay after 30 days this one. So this invoice after 30 days I have to pay. Zero means immediately, but this one I can pay after 30 days. 40 raw material is going to debit. Okay, so yes, we have 3 invoices now. FBL1N, execute. Okay, I have 3 invoices. Actually, this is overdue. Right, this is overdue, and this is just due. I just posted this. This is actually not due. Okay, so like this, we have multiple invoices. Some of them are not due. Okay, because this is not due. Have time for 30 days. One is overdue. This is just due because I just posted this is due. So now we can run this APP program. Okay, so this we can run this tomorrow. Okay, it takes much time. Okay, so this we can run this tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.